it's safe to say none of these dinners made it to dessert.
Hey, waiter, how about a bowl for the Steve?
Oh, boy.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awkward dinner scenes in movies.
We call it fancy sauce.
For me.
That Brennan really likes with his chicken nuggets.
It's my fancy sauce.
For this list, we're taking a look at uncomfortable scenes in which characters sit down to have dinner together.
I like to picture Jesus as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
I like to think of Jesus like with giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner.
We're focusing on moments that have at least some humor in them, so we've excluded ones with a more serious tone, like the dinner scene in American History X.
See this? That means not welcome.
Number 10, Meet the Blacks. Anchorman 2, The Legend continues.
This is delicious.
We have no idea how Ron Burgundy manages to attract beautiful women like Veronica Corningstone and his temporary girlfriend, Linda.
So, how long have you and Linda been dating?
While Ron does have a way with the ladies, meeting the parents is an entirely different story.
Ours is a new love, but it burns very brightly.
Having dinner with Linda's family, Ron is compelled to address the white elephant in the room.
I'm addressing the white elephant in the room. I'm breaking down the barriers of race by assimilation.
He doesn't make things any better with his stereotypical African-American impersonations.
We have done things, Papa. You ain't gonna like. You ain't gonna like it none.
Capping things off by calling the family pipe-hittin' bitches, the only thing that could have made the scene more awkward is if Ron showed up in blackface.
Which one of you pipe-hitting bitches can pass me the
Number 9, Eating Your Feelings Inside Out.
Riley is acting so weird. Why is she acting so weird?
Emotions run high at this family dinner as young Riley adjusts to her new life in San Francisco. Since joy and sadness have left the building, fear, disgust, and anger must run the show.
Hey, Riley, I've got good news. I found a junior hockey league right here in San Francisco, and get this, tryouts are tomorrow after school. What luck, right?
As you can imagine, she doesn't have the best attitude when her parents try to cheer her up. On top of that, it's clear Riley's parents have some issues based on the emotions in their heads.
Sir, she just rolled her eyes at us.
What is her deal? All right, make a show of force. I don't want to have to put the foot down.
Plus, Mom and Dad aren't on the same page, which only makes the situation more hostile. At least Dad avoids a disaster by putting his foot down. Well, that's how he sees it anyway.
That's it. Go to your room. Now.
Number 8, Meet Dale, Pineapple Express.
You guys can wait as long as you want, but 1 minute from right now, I'm gonna eat some food.
Dale Denton isn't exactly a catch. He's overweight, works a crappy job, and can't even do a good Jeff Goldblum impression.
Seriously, your Jeff Goldblum impression made me pee my pants.
Besides, no woman could ever take the place of his one true soulmate, drug dealer Saul.
I'm going alone. What? No. Yeah. No, I want to meet Angie. You'll meet her later, man. Look.
So, as you can imagine, Dale doesn't make the best first impression when he meets the parents of his 18-year-old girlfriend, Angie.
Shit. Oh, no.
Hey, Dale.
In addition to forgetting about their dinner and showing up late, Dale also brings along a trail of murder, drugs, and mayhem. Even Angie has a hard time defending her stoned boyfriend.
Are you high?
What? No, I'm not high.
You are high as a fucking kite!
I'm not high. Let's go.
Of course, things are made infinitely worse with the arrival of Saul.
Dale, who's this?
He's right. Oh, shit, get down.
Number 7, Table Hopping, Mrs. Doubtfire. Robin Williams was a comedic chameleon who could alternate between two completely different characters in a heartbeat.
Can I help you, man?
Oh, sorry I'm late, but after all those scotches, I had to piss like a racehorse.
Mrs. Doubtfire took full advantage of Williams' talent, particularly in this hilarious scene.
Daniel?
Yeah?
Why in God's name are you dressed like a woman?
Daniel Hillard winds up in a classic screwball scenario as he dashes between a business dinner as himself and a birthday dinner as Mrs. Doubtfire.
I hope you're up for a little competition.
I beg your pardon?
She's got a power tool in the bedroom, dear. It's her personal jackhammer. She could break sidewalk with that thing.
The walls start crumbling when Daniel accidentally sits down at the wrong table in the wrong getup.
I'd like you to meet the host of your new show.
Believe it or not, he actually manages to spin this mistake in his favor. The mask ultimately comes off, however, when Daniel performs the Heimlich maneuver on his ex-wife's new boyfriend.
You all right there?
Almost lost you.
Number 6. The Perfect Family Christmas. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Since this is Aunt Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think she should lead us in the saying of grace.
Clark Griswold has the perfect Christmas dreamed up in his head. As the holiday faces one calamity after another, however, he realizes his fantasy is never going to become a reality. It almost looks like Clark is going to share a tender moment with his family upon asking Aunt Bethany to say grace.
What, dear? Grace! Grace! She passed away 30 years ago.
In her old age, though, she doesn't even know the difference between a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
The turkey is essentially a metaphor for Clark's Christmas, promising on the outside, but ultimately leaves a bitter taste. Not even the dog can stomach this meal.
Oh, he's just yakking on a bone. He got it up.
Number 5. Crotch Crasher, Wedding Crashers.
Jeremy, I saw you on the dance floor.
As an experienced wedding crasher, Jeremy knows when to make his move and when to make a break for it.
It was the booze dancing.
When John drags him along on an extended weekend, though, Jeremy finds himself at the mercy of the deranged Gloria.
Oh my God, don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
After getting a taste of Jeremy, this stage 5 clinger can't keep her hands off him. No, seriously, she can't keep her hands off him.
The backbone of the system. It's the new pioneer.
When Gloria decides to give him a little extra attention during a family dinner, Jeremy is shocked, horrified, and pleasured all at once.
And then they make it into cloth, which they in turn sew, and then,
He tries his best to remain composed, although he likely would have been exposed if John weren't so good at BSing.
What's this company called? Shirts and Pants. Holy Shirts and Pants. It's a little corny and obvious, but what do you get out of being subtle, right?
Number 4. Meeting the parents, meet the parents.
Greg, would you like to say grace?
This scene has pretty much become the textbook example of an awkward dinner.
Greg's Jewish, Dad. You know that.
You're telling me the Jews don't pray, honey?
It's hard to single out the most uncomfortable moment. The Jewish Greg's attempt at a Christian prayer,
You are such a good God.
Greg's comment about milking anything with nipples,
Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
or Jack's misguided poem for his deceased mother.
You gave me life. You gave me milk. You gave me courage. Your name was Angela.
The awkward levels go off the charts, however, as Greg knocks over an urn containing Jack's mom, and Jinx the cat urinates all over the remains.
Jinxie, no! Oh my God.
You'd think this would be the most awkward part of the entire movie, but somehow things only get worse for Greg from here on.
Greg, sweetie, how you doing?
Oh, just fine. Considering I desecrated your grandma's cremains, found out you were engaged, and had your father ask me to milk him.
Number 3. Poop Party, Borat.
What do you do?
I'm the pastor of a church.
Sacha Baron Cohen does not care how shameless a comedy routine sounds or who he offends. All that matters is that it's funny.
I'm recently retired.
You are retired.
Yes. And now...
Physical or mental?
Naturally, Borat is full of hysterical, cringe-inducing moments, especially this scene where cultures and classes clash.
It's very good you allow Rita to eat with you in the same place.
That's not what we're saying about this man. He is not what you would refer to as retard.
Borat demonstrates that his table manners still need some work as he insults his fellow guests. Of course, his table manners are beyond sophisticated compared to his bathroom manners.
Excuse me, is it possible to go and do a how you say in
Upstairs.
the you know
Upstairs. Everyone is surprisingly tolerant of Borat's strange customs and inability to use a toilet. However, even they draw the line when he invites a prostitute to dinner.
This is my friend Lunel.
Hi. Oh, okay.
Number 2, meeting Bianca, Lars, and the real girl.
Come on in.
Ryan Gosling is one of the most desired men in the world. As the socially inept Lars, though, Gosling only has eyes for one woman.
Where did you meet this person? On the internet.
Yeah, well, everybody's doing that now. That's great.
At first, Gus and Karen are overjoyed to learn that Lars has found a lady friend, but they get hit with the ultimate bombshell after learning Bianca is a sex doll. While their instincts tell them to call the loony bin immediately, they decide to go through with dinner first.
Are you hungry?
We're starving.
Gus, will you give me a hand in the kitchen?
It's an uncomfortably quiet meal, and not merely because Bianca is the shy type. As awkward as the silence is, things only get more agonizing when Lars tries to make conversation.
So you're never gonna believe this. Oh, it makes me mad. Bianca's from the tropics. She's Brazilian. We're half Brazilian, half Danish, that's right.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
That's the Maharaja. Kid.
Maybe he liked older women.
So what have you been doing with yourself up there in that big old place? I bet the view must be spectacular, huh, Ed?
Edward. Yes? Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic. This is where Ralph dresses up as a man from space.
What do you mean you've seen this? It's brand new.
Yeah, well, I saw it on a rerun.
I can't believe this family. Annie's mother is really beautiful. And they're talking swap meets and boat basins. And the old lady at the end of the table is a classic Jew hater.
Dad, how about a little percussion?
Tap, tap, tappy. Tap, tap, tappy. Tap, tap, tappy. Tap, tap, tappy. Mom, hi-hat.
Good, Mom. Excellent. And Gary, on the kick drum. Come, on the kick drum.
Number 1, Past the Asparagus, American Beauty.
Sorry I'm late.
No, that's quite all right, dear.
The Burnhams are a family on the verge of exploding.
Janie, today I quit my job. And then I told my boss to go himself, and then I blackmailed him for almost $60,000. Pass the asparagus.
Every night, Lester, Carolyn, and Jane eat dinner while listening to Lawrence Welk, ignoring just how miserable they all make each other.
Your father seems to think this kind of behavior is something to be proud of.
And your mother seems to prefer that I go through life like a prisoner while she keeps my dick in a mason jar under the sink.
After Lester suffers a midlife crisis and quits his job, their true feelings can no longer be kept under wraps.
I didn't lose it. It's not like, whoops, where'd my job go? I quit! Someone pass the asparagus.
Jane is caught in the middle of her parents bickering, with her mother trying to maintain a phony grin and her father completely cutting loose.
Your husband feels he can just quit his job and you don't.
Will someone please pass me the
Guys,
asparagus?
I'm not going to be a part of this.
Sit down!
When Lester fails to get any respect or asparagus, the lid is officially blown off.
Yeah, let's bring in the laugh meter and see how loud it gets on that one. You don't.
Do you agree with our list?
Thanks.
What dinner scene had you laughing and cringing at the same time?
Oh, you know what I'm coming at you with, you big black mother of Linda. Mix it up in a pot.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
It's so nice to have the family together for dinner.